Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are ever struggling with cutting out images, making a clean selection, or drawing a perfect shape, then this video is for you. Today I will show you how to use the pen tool and also explain what the pen tool is used for step by step. Even if you're a complete beginner, you can follow. By the end of this video, the pen tool won't feel scary anymore. Let's get into it. To start with, where is the pen tool? To select the pen tool, go to the toolbar, click on the pen tool icon, or simply press P on the keyboard. There are some important pen tool shortcuts that you need to know. These are: 1. Press Ctrl or Command key plus the left mouse button to move the anchor or the point. 2. Hold Alt or Option to able to adjust the curves without affecting the point or the anchors. 3. Press the backspace or delete to remove the anchors or the point. We will delve into 4 uses of the pen tool. That is 1. Cutting out objects, and 2. Tracing images, 3. Creating logos, and 4. Drawing a smooth shapes or curves. We are now going to practicalize what we have learned so far. So you select your pen tool and make sure that you're on part. Since we are on cutout image, you have to be on part. So you hold Alt to zoom in your image, then you click, then you drag to the left or right to curve your pen tool like this. As I told you earlier, you hold Alt so that you can move these handles nicely. You zoom in to get a clean selection. You hold Alt and you bring the handle here. Then you click, you drag to curve it. So that is how it is done. Maybe mistakenly you click over here, then you hold Control and move it in place like this. That is how to use the pen tool. Always zoom in to get accurate selection like this. So now, since I'm done, I'll unlock this image so that I can remove the background. Without unlocking it, you cannot remove the background. So I'll duplicate this, then I'll turn this one off for any mistake maybe I'll make, so that I can get it back. So I right click on it like this and go to make selection and click OK. Now I've made the selection. Now if I press delete, since I've selected the image, it will rather delete the image like this, and I don't want that. So I'll rather inverse the selection so that it will select the background. Then I press delete to remove the background. Then I come to select and deselect it like this. As easy as that. And on tracing the image to use the same procedure as the one I just did, but this time around you change from part to shape, and you either turn on a fill or a stroke. But since you're tracing, it's better to be on a stroke to help you. So I'll turn off the fill and turn on stroke to, let me use a red color like this, and let me turn on let me create layer like this, and maybe I want to trace the edge of this image. I want to draw anything like that. My stroke pixel is 1, so let me zoom in and draw like this. This will be very fast than normal. Not accurate, but for demonstration sake, it will be fast. So now I'm done. Let me turn off this image and let me create a background, a solid white background, and place it below. Now you can see that I've created some outline of the subject I just did. So if I have time or I just want to create a digital artwork, I just take my time, trace these image, the lines in it, take my time, amend it so that I can create the digital art that I want. And straight away I will jump onto how to create a custom shape. So let me turn this one off like this and press this. During flyer making or designs, you could see that most people create design custom shape. Let me demonstrate that. Now shape, and I'll turn off my stroke like this. This time around I'll turn on my fill and I'll make it cyan, dark cyan like this, and I'll draw a custom shape. I'll drag and curve it like this and draw it like that. You have seen many designs like this. This is how they created it. So, and they typed in any text. Let me change the text color to red and type in the chef, and bring it here like that. Double click and change the color to white like this. So this is what is custom shape that I'm actually talking about. You can create any shape that you want. You can create any kind of shape that comes to your mind or you have seen on the internet. You want to create that one, you can create it. That is it. And on the creating of logos too, let me turn these layers off and turn this one off. Assuming you want to create a Nike logo, this logos takes time and takes accuracy to do it, but since it's a tutorial, I won't waste much time perfecting it. But assuming I want to create a Nike logo, I just click here and maybe I'll click here and come here and click here, click, drag here, and think here. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I've created a Nike logo. So you can create any kind of logo that you really want. Let's say I want to create Adidas logo, so I create like this. I create another one like that, something like this. Then I've created an Adidas logo. So you can use that shape on the pen tool to create logos, and you can use them to create custom shape that you want, as easy as that. On image cutting out, it is perfect for removing background from people, products, objects, and it gives cleaner result than the Magic Wand tool or the Quick Selection tool. On logos and icon design, it can either be used for logos or icons or illustrations that you see on the internet. On tracing images, you can trace photos, drawings, or sketches to create a digital art. Trust me, the pen tool feels hard at first time, but once you get it, you will love it. And lastly, creating custom shapes. Instead of using preset shapes, you can draw your own unique shapes using the pen tool.